What's good with you, family? What's good with you, family? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. Just finished my workout. Want to give y'all my Week 9 picks. We have the Los Angeles Chargers on the road against Atlanta. I'm putting some respect on Atlanta's name. And the Chargers got too many injuries, especially at receiver. Too many injuries, both sides of the ball, actually. I'm going with Atlanta. We have Miami's coming in hot. Miami's coming in hot against Chicago on the road. The speed that Miami is able to play with, and the fact that they can score points in so many bunches, and getting Bradley Chubb, even though he doesn't know the whole playbook, but just letting him be a rusher against a team that cannot protect their quarterback. I wouldn't surprised if he had 2 sacks his first game. Just letting him be a rusher, third down, because they can't protect Justin Fields to save their life. I like Miami. I like Miami big, actually. Carolina on the road against Cincinnati, quiet as kept. You got to start putting some respect on P.J. Walker. He is balling. Steve Wilks is making the most out of his opportunity after only getting 1 year in Arizona. He's really making the most of the opportunity, and if he keeps this up, I hope he gets considered for the job. I really do, because he only had 1 year, and they put their money in Josh Rosen. And don't get the fuck up. I like Josh Rosen. He was actually my favorite quarterback in that draft. I was wrong. They was wrong, but they only gave him 1 year. It's one thing for you to only give, I'm saying, okay, you made your bones to pick the wrong quarterback. You only gave the coach 1 year. You know, he didn't get a fair shot. So he's making the most of his opportunity. They're playing Cincinnati. The only reason I'm taking Cincinnati is Cincinnati, I feel they're going to bounce back. They're not going to look as bad as they did last week. They just look so bad, and I just expect them to look better. Green Bay against Detroit. Green Bay is just looking terrible. Both sides of the ball, they're looking terrible. Detroit at least got back to it where they're scoring points. They're scoring a ton of points, and I just don't think Green Bay can score with them. Bottom line, I just don't think they can score with them. Now we got Indy on the road against New England. Indy with a second, third string quarterback. They kept it close against Washington, and it'll be close against New England. It will. But it'll be a good game against New England. I'm expecting New England defensively to make some plays and come away with the win. Got Buffalo on the road against the Jets. Now, the Jets have probably one of the best pass defenses in football right now, and I salute that. But let's not forget how great Buffalo's defense is. And the way Zach Wilson played last week, so careless with the football, I do expect a couple of turnovers. And, you're going against Josh Allen. It's the best passing game in all of football. Yes, better than Kansas City, because they got the horses to go beat. I like Buffalo. Got Vikings against Washington. I'm on the fence about this game because Taylor Heineke has been in and out of the lineup these past couple of years for Washington, and you know what? He just fits better for Washington. And everything seems to be mojo-wise just moving better than Taylor Heineke. They've won the last couple of games. And the Vikings are kind of due for a loss. Vikings are a much better football team, but they're kind of due. They're on the road. This is a place for an upset here. It really is. It's set up for an upset. You know what? I'm going to take Washington. I'm talking myself into it. We got the Raiders giving 2 on the road against Jacksonville. I like the Raiders for the simple fact they can't look as bad as they did last week. They're too talented a football team to continue to look this bad. With a proven offensive coach and a proven quarterback to continue to look this bad. I just have too much faith in the talent and the coaching. Something's going to have to give. Something's going to crack. Then we have Seattle on the road. Seattle on the road against Arizona. Seattle really hit this year in the draft. Like all 5 of their first 5 picks, all are hitting. Left tackle, right tackle, the running back, like all are hitting. The corner, all hits. All guys are starting. All are contributing. It look like they got a Pro Bowl or 2 in their future. Like they changed their roster literally that fast. That's why that team that I thought was going to be a 4 or 5 win team all year already has that. Plus, Geno Smith is balling and deserves to be in the MVP conversation. So, with all this being said, I look at this team, then go against Arizona that's so hit or miss. And they don't really get started in the first half. They don't really get it started in the first half, and then second half they kind of almost play like the Sandlot football with Kyler Murray. We're just running around the place trying to make plays. I'm putting some respect on Geno. I like Seattle. I'm taking the Seahawks. Then we got the Rams on the road against Tampa. Both teams need a win badly. It's a playoff rematch. Both teams need a win badly. Now the Rams were down there last year, put a whooping on them, then they're allowed to come back. This is not the same Tampa team that was there last year. Guess what? This ain't the same Ram team. They went and got Brian Burns, which is a good look because you give him another edge rusher. I've always said I do not think Leonard Floyd is that dude. I think he's a complementary piece. Like, he's someone who could be part of a NASCAR package, a Ferrari package, if you will. But I don't think he's that people are game planning for. I've never looked at him in that light. Coming out of college, I did not want my Giants to draft him because I didn't want my Giants to draft someone who's a complementary piece that high. I didn't want that. And the Rams are paying him a lot of money. They're paying him a lot of money, expecting him to be that dude playing next to Aaron Donald, and he's not that dude. You know, Brian Burns gives them at least an additional rusher on the edge that could free up some things for Aaron Donald. And then I just look at Tampa, they can't block inside. And now you're going against Aaron Donald. I expect this to be a low-scoring game. Cooper Kupp is going to play. Both teams offensively are a little challenged. Both teams are going to play. And just by default, Tampa is really in disarray. Rams are so much better. But I'm going to just take the Rams in this game. We got Tennessee. Regardless who's going to start at quarterback, I think it's going to be the young kid, Malik. But they're going on the road to KC. They've had success against KC because they get Derrick Henry going and they're able to pound the Bryant. Right now, Derrick Henry is churning. Derrick Henry is approaching the leaders in the rushing right now these last few weeks. In Tennessee, they seem to got the ball running. I got them ranked in my top 10. They're not far away from the top 5. But KC is entrenched number 3 in my top 5. They've been there. And they're coming off a bye. Andy Reid at home coming off a bye. That's money in the bank. They're giving 12 and a half. 12 and a half. That's a big spread, big cover. But if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs. I understand. I love Tennessee's front. Love how they can get after the quarterback. But damn, I'm going with the Chiefs. Lastly, we have Baltimore, who's had 10 days of preparation to go against New Orleans. New Orleans put up an amazing defensive effort, shutting out the Raiders, and they're home again. With Baltimore, they've had 10 days of preparation, and nothing really prepares you to go against Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying, nothing really prepares you for that. Baltimore's giving 2.5. I like the Ravens. That's my take. Those are my picks. Hit me the like, hit me subscribe. Let me know what you think. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.